Richard lines up in pass pro. He'll help his quarterback out. Nearly intercepted. Tay Johnson was there. He would love to have that one back, but he backs it away. Fighting Irish get it back, their second possession. Jeremiah Love will test the right edge and nothing doing. Stacked up at the line of scrimmage and driven down there.
C.J. Carr are able to get something to go on this drive.
He'll fake it to Love. C.J. Carr pulls it. He'll gain what he can. And a tough collision after a 3-yard pickup. KP Price met him right there. It'll be third down.
His first career start for the injured Billy Schroth.
6 in the box. He'll bring some heat. Carr. Pass will be grabbed at the 44. Raritan, the tight end, and Eli picks up his 22nd grab of the season. Picks up the first on 3rd and long. Carr, the hesitation. And towards the 40, corralled quickly by Will Pauling, a gain of 17, and into play on the grand prize at the very end, the college football playoff once again. Backside pressure on the way. Carr heaves it deep and incomplete. Jordan Faison with a diving attempt. Omarion Davis in coverage, and he was a long.
Causing some hesitation at the quarterback position.
On 2nd and 10, into the flats, Jeremiah Love eases down, spins ahead. And a 1-yard pickup initially. Thornton another tackle. He's been active to start this game. Down in 9, 5 minutes in. And Love with a handoff to the perimeter. Easing his way through traffic. And brought down inside the 34 by Quan Williams. So a 5-yard. On 4th down, first big play of this one. Broken up. And the linebacker eased over Omar Thornton. Lonergan sensing the pressure, escapes to the 40. It'll be 3rd down from there. Their second possession of this game. To Bond, keeps his balance, picks up the first down, and Lewis Bond, one of the top wide receivers in Boston College history, has the Alabama transfer. Got the start, second possession for BC. They'll send the screen to Turbo Richard. Dragging a defender back into plus territory. He'll make something out of nothing. 3rd down and respect ball. BC will stack the box. Carr wants to throw it, and the freshman signal caller will step up. Plenty of green in front of him. Well, he faked the pass 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up the first in a hard game
in Boston College's defense.
Power formation. Love tries to get to the edge, spins away from one tackler and not the next. Brought down at the 34. Stormy.
And Roy, usually for
Pauling in motion. Carr crossing route, a little mesh concept. Shake and bake for Pauling, and a first down.
Well, that's really good concentration by Will.
And against Texas A&M on 4th and goal from the 11. Love, full head of steam, lowers the boom, and across the 45. Thornton on the wrong end of that collision, a 4-yard pickup.
Well, and
Price pretty good as well. Carr loads one up deep, and there it goes. Picked off, intercepted. Isaiah Ferris, like a center fielder, hauls it in.
For the pass, holding, defense, number 16, 10-yard penalty, and an automatic first down.
They get Carr into a quick decision.
Raritan went in motion. They'll set up the screen to Price, looking for blockers. Can't find them. Stopped at the 40. So on the final play of this first quarter, Notre Dame left with a nuts to start our second quarter, and the play clock winding down. Carr claps for it, and here we go. Off the back foot, heaves one deep, has a man, make it 2. And how about the touchdown on 4th and 6 to Malachi Fields? Now, just the second time this season Notre Dame was held scoreless in the first quarter. The previous occasion in that loss to Miami, and the kicking woes continue. Noah Burnett, who's been battling that hip injury,
Play on the ball.
Eagles get it back, 9 plays for just 17 yards thus far. To the edge goes Jaden Skeet, who's now healthy and back in the starting lineup today. For Donald motions out. Lonergan across the middle. Jeremiah Franklin tripped up near the line to gain. They'll spot him a yard shy. It'll be 3rd and 1.
It's a really good job of
Tested here on 3rd and short. McDonald searching for the A-gap. He'll find it. Needed one. He'll gain 3. And the drive continues for BC.
Boy, that was a really good block, not just by the offensive line.
Of having those physical wideouts blocking on the edge.
Absolutely.
Lonergan loads one up, looking for the seam. Sitting down and making the play. Back at the 38. Intercepted. By
Your offensive coordinator, they're drooling over. If you can have a running back that is a true receiving threat out of the backfield, that is big time, and that's what Love does.
Play action on 1st down. Jordan Faison into the red zone just like that. Now you listen to Coach Saban on game day this morning. He called the Fighting Irish one of his top 5 teams in the land. A spin by Price. It'll be 1st down and goal from the 6. And it feels like
things they need to clean up, red zone being one of them.
You saw the playoff percentages. Price a stutter step. Stood up and the ball flies out. It came out late. And now there's a rumble on the turf to try to pick it up.
Causing the forced fumble. If Boston College is going to pull off the massive upset today, they're going to need more plays like this. Great job by the Eagles. Lonergan when we come back. It's an emotional roller coaster ride for him. Unfortunately, just hasn't played great as of late. And that's why Grayson James is in the ball game.
On the slant, a 1st down for BC and a gain of 12. The grab.
Have the football in his hands on a bootleg.
Richard straight ahead. So clearly a spark with James and Richard. Turbo Richard, the shoulder injury against UConn more than 2 weeks ago. Big play, 3rd and short, nearly halfway home in our 2nd quarter. Richard weaving his way through traffic. That'll be enough for a 1st down across the 30.
Man matchup at the top of the screen.
James looking towards Skeet off the back foot. There's the seam and a 1st down. Lewis Bond into Notre Dame territory to the 35. And he'll empty it out. Grayson James, you wonder if he wants to run it. Not this time. Quick strike. It's accurate to Bond. And shoved out just shy of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and short, under 5 to go in the half.
Grayson College, extra tight ends in the game.
14th play of the drive, a little confusion. James has it broken up at the last minute. Talich got a finger. 4th and 2. Analytics suggested to kick the field goal. Notre Dame gets it back. Love off the screen with a burst and a 1st down. Agree with the decision there to go for it on 4th and short as opposed to kicking the field. The run by Jeremiah Love for 3. Carr will dump it off to his star running back, and the home run threat, even the spin, becomes electric into plus territory of BC in a 12-yard gain.
And that's what Jeremiah.
Timeout, but Notre Dame on the move. And CJ Carr on 1st down. Wants it all again. He's got a guy. Pass is caught. Will Pauling. From 1 score to 2, and Notre Dame trying to seize control at the end of the half. Gopher Dose brought to you by Dos Equis. Carr, screen, Jeremiah Love reaching, and I don't think so. Stopped at the line by Bam Crouch. James with time, and now hit on the helmet, and it's going to be brought down to the 20. Well, a big paw came in. James went down quickly. It was Bryce Young.
On the season, Grayson James needs to be smart here, backed up.
Big play late in the half. James escapes for a moment. Against the grain, pass is caught. That's a 1st down. Lewis Bond was able to spring free late.
There's a strike for a 1st down.
BC, all 3 timeouts remaining. Let's see how aggressive the Eagles want to be. Bond turn around, and there is the football into Notre Dame territory. Well, James was able to threat. Score occurring after a missed PAT off the upright and a failed 2-point conversion. James just in time has Skeet. That's a 1st down in the red zone. How did he get the football off in time? Bond motions out, one of the top receivers in BC history. Pressure. He'll float it the other way. Man-to-man coverage. There's a flag, and there's a catch for Reed Harris. It's a touchdown for
defense number 15. Causes decline. Results of the play is a touchdown.
Against one of the top cornerbacks in America, and Reed Harris made Leonard Moore pay.
Is one of the best cover corners in the entire country.
Lombardo's extra point, he remains perfect. You mentioned earlier this week, Harris loves to block.
Oh, Hollywood job. Carr has to get this football out quickly.
He does. He has his tight end. Raritan picks up the first down, racing out. And with just enough time left, one from the left hash, and Schmidt missed it. Notre Dame's kicking woes continue, and it's 12-7 at halftime.
Keep this drive alive.
And you love quarterback run. You're going to hand it off to Richard. And he picks up the first down on 3rd and short. Drake Bowen brought him down, a 2-yard pickup. And the drive begins now for BC.
You know, I say big run that they can hang with the number 12 team in the country.
Here comes pressure. James into the flats, wide open. Jasinski with his first grab, and the freshman rumbles out of bounds in Notre Dame territory. It's a gain
on their heels.
Richard, the running back, he'll get the give and pick up the first. Now the pile was pushed in BC's favor, and the drive continues. Now 10 plays
here on 4th and short.
James, and now Richard, the jump cut, and that's exactly what he needed to do. The drive continues for BC.
So screen, he scored the touchdown earlier for Boston College.
3rd and long. James under duress dumps it off. Pass is caught. Franklin's got it. At the 14, it'll be 4th down. If you're Bill O'Brien, what do you do here?
Freshman safety.
Here comes the heat. James scooped up and scooped down. Here comes a flag, and hold on.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 3. Penalty reinforced shot to distance to the goal.
About to get that football back to their offense. Instead, it's 1st and goal. Eagles.
Play action, and James sails it out of the end zone. Let's check in with our rules analyst, Jerry McGinn. Jerry, what did... 3rd and goal. James floats it, looking for Franklin, and incomplete. He needed perfection on the throw, and Franklin was
catchable for Jeremiah Franklin.
Luca Lombardo, one of the top kickers in America, has been perfect this season, and that continues. Center cut, 12-10.
Now their own destiny because they do not have a conference title. They need help along the way.
C.J. Carr, pass is caught by Jordan Faison. That'll be a first down, a gain of 11. And fans don't. Carr to Love. Jeremiah Love with a penalty flag down, rumbles across the 45. Let's check the penalty. A 17-0 win by the Eagles. Love on 2nd and short. Drive continues towards midfield.
And if I'm a Notre Dame fan, I want to see a really big price going so that you can take back control the momentum.
It's the top running back room in America. Carr back to the air. Raritan turned around, found the football, and a big play for Notre Dame. This defense has been outstanding, stacking the box, slowing down this Notre Dame ground game. But Carr's starting to figure things out versus some of this man coverage. Malachi Fields had a touchdown to start our 2nd quarter, gains 12. 2nd and goal. Pauling went in motion. Jeremiah Love searching for a crease, finds one into the end zone for the Notre Dame touchdown. On the field for Notre Dame after Schmidt missed from 35. And Burnett also struggled, and guess what?
You continue to have missed opportunities like this. You let a BC team hang around, it's going to come back to bite you.
James heaves one long. Man-to-man coverage, turning around, and incomplete. Reed Harris, just the 3rd possession of this 3rd quarter. Lewis Bond ushered out at the 33.
Tell you what, Lewis Bond is playing a really nice ball game this afternoon.
Boston College has lost 7 games in a row this season. The pump fake, the completion, and a first down. Jaden Skeet still alive to the 42. And the drive continues for BC, a gain of 22. The ball may have popped out late. It did. They're going to allow this play to continue on, and Drake Bowen racing to the end zone.
A fumble and recovered by the defense. Return for a touchdown. After review, the receiver completed the catch, fumbled the ball, and recovered his own fumble. down at the 31-yard line. It's a first down.
Razor sharp. Get on third down. James escapes. Pressure. Gets rid of it. Here are two late flags, and James was crushed in the balance tonight in Chestnut Hill. Late option toss. That was awkward. Turbo Richard shoved out of bounds. He's going to lose a yard or two. Second down and 11. James escapes the pocket. On the move, directing traffic. James to the edge, and then now is escorted out of bounds. In quarter left to go. Pressure. James, little jump toss, intercepted. And Notre Dame picks it up. Adon Schuler. Pull off the upset. Ole Miss has been awfully impressive after the interception by Adon Schuler. Jeremiah Love, full head of steam, and there he goes. Love off to the races. Will reach the end zone for the Fighting Irish touchdown and wake up the echoes. The 4-yard touchdown run, and the all-important extra point is good. Breaking news, Eric Schmidt connects.
A two-possession game. This is a gotta-have-it drive for the Eagles to stay in this ball game.
Eagles need it right here and right now. Jaden Skeet out of bounds short of the 30.
And that
Australian punter out of Melbourne. You mentioned the fake. There it is. Love trying to get to the edge. The hurdle, and I don't think so. BC was ready and waiting. Owen McGowan.
ball game. I like that call. BC has yet to abandon the run, finding some rhythm here early in the drive.
Franklin upended quickly. Will pick up 5 yards. And that'll move the sticks. Onye got a fingertip on that pigskin across the line. James, Franklin, not the coach, but the completion. It'll be 3rd down and short.
I think that's a great
3rd down and 1.
4 down territory. Expect run.
Turbo Richard bolting ahead. It should move the chains on the initial spot, and it will.
I'll tell you what, drive, I want to call a quick screen to get this defensive line to calm down.
How about a quick slant and a 1st down? Jaden Skeet. Well, the drive continues. A pickup of 11 yards. Here comes tempo.
You know,
BC, 3rd and extremely long. James, it's going to be a little longer. The sack comes in the 5th of this game for Notre Dame.
This is basically going to be a Hail Mary situation.
4th and 32. Triple coverage. And the pass broken up. Looking for Reed Harris. Mark Zachary, the
leadership skills, and here's a big 4th down.
4th down, Fighting Irish will go for it. Carr dumps it off. Love picks up the 1st. Ushered out right past the line to gain, and the drive continues for the Fighting Irish. 3rd down. C.J. Carr trying to slam the door shut. Layers it beautifully to Will Pauling. And it was perhaps deflect game tonight against the Gamecocks after the 44-yard punt. BC back to work. Intercepted again. Tay Johnson with a pick 6.
Question was, did his knee hit as he made the catch?
It's a 1st down, Notre Dame.
And they will say,
game, you got to remember, you're coming off a bye. You didn't know what you were going to get out of a 1-7 opponent. Grind the film hard. You'll clean up the fundamentals. Stop hurting yourself.